crashes, because we saw it even on that first game of the day, is where Papra Supermassive just could not hold on the north side of Rondo because they dealt with the first 2 crashes. But if teams keep coming, then eventually things is going to start to get rough. Big shift though towards the north side, keeps Everest in. Damn, goodness me. But APG get a central circle and prank no more. Dark with a lovely nade over towards T24, and that will sit APG at 2 eliminations, and they are looking to secure.
The bandage is not fast enough, and that is 2 teams isolated with 1 spray down from a tanky.
Yeah, I mean, the easy stuff. And this is exactly what I was talking about, is that flex out towards the eastern side. It's the obvious choice, and it's well done. That clears a massive amount of space. Finally, Top is able to hit a disgusting grenade, so maybe not a waste after all. Just needed to...
A moment longer. This fight in the compound just doesn't seem to want to conclude. OG
nice.
To fully isolate. That's the nade they were looking for. That is what they wanted to find, and the first knock is finally going to come through.
Nice.
A second, a third as well. That's the off angle coming in, and it will be devastating for them. A 4th nade, maybe they'll find it. Refus does go down in the meantime. Doc should be on picking that one up. That nade's going to go wide. Just the 1 player now left standing, and Zyol spots him. The off angles do too. The Wolves are going to have a say.
I mean, the tanky's picking up points from the back of this as well over towards Team Secret. Again, this is not an easy nade to throw for Zyol. It really does quite... Over towards APG, and they're unwilling to go for them. Baton just exposes himself there. Zol's immediately stepping up. Now just 2 players remaining. Coops would need 2 massive nades to finish from now. And it's definitely... It should be a 16 elim game here coming through for APG, barring some craziness from the Wolves.
You would think so. As they get that flush, they're up to 14 already. They're grouped up a little bit, and there's still a couple of nades left. They're all being unleashed now, though. None of them really connecting. Doc a little bit further away than that. The bounce around the side. He just steps out in time. Doc just about in cover. He knows nades. He knows what's going on there. And there go the Molotovs, the utility. Zyol stepped up and does get taken down. Coops needs to commit to the heal right now, and there's no nades in response. There's still... No, they don't have any. It's only 1 nade on the Wolves' back pocket. That gets sent forwards towards Top. Goes long. Coops forced into the trade. From the high ground, will not be needed. The backup not there. Thorin behind the tree will get burnt away. And APG, I don't know if they got that last elim, but they were able to hold on to the zone, hold on to the game this time around. And it is a different team that we're seeing from the Gauntlets, who've stepped into Group Green.
Nipture, we saw them throw onto teams.
Playing as 3 and OG playing as 2. Falcons with Ralph all the way as a backstop. That's a big nade. Blast the card of the sky, and AKOP with it. WizGod now the last player to stand. And that's flushed up. That's stolen away, that point. That's nasty. As he's going to send on over. Oh, and another shot down over towards OG. Circle here as well, as they head on up to the APG camp. Ratto Boy first to go down on the fight. Refus able to flee around the side, fling himself a little bit further. Top loops trying to send on in. Maybe they're playing the circle here as well, as they head on up to the APG camp. Ratto Boy first to go down on the fight. Refus able to flee around the side, fling himself a little bit further. Top chasing down those knocks, chasing down maybe an elim point more. They spot Loops descending the hill. Rafinha on foot. Over Zyol, not a chance. Refus on guard. And he steps up well.
APG needs to start worrying about the eastern side, but they're actually quite lucky that...
Everest denied this time, down in 7th place. APG going for a rollout towards GS. Team Secret still yet to move. GS, I mean, there's really not a lot you could do. When that many players for APG roll up on you, goodness me, that's going to be a tough start. Wolves and Papra Supermassive, though, not taking the opportunity, with APG diverting a lot of their power up. Hang on a minute. That's a lot of damage done. Maybe they are finding the opportunity. Maybe they are looking for that opening.
I mean, they should be able to get this res here, honestly, I believe. But it's also understandable why they go for that rotate. Good knock from Doc there. Again, the second time today, can use to rotate around, but the circle going down towards that south side. I think at the moment, what APG needs to do is control the north and then play down. Now, on the match, it sits them at 58 points here, not to mention the placement points that they will likely get. But let's see if APG can close down the number. Go for the back-to-back here, John.
They've had a 2nd place so far today, a chicken dinner as well. They're now looking to try and make it a 2nd chicken dinner, a very high placing game. That is a very lucky bounce on the nade for Top. as Koa nearly was able to create an opening on the flank, but he backs off very, very quickly, knows that he's not going to get pushed, and Refus answers with a nade to Koa, takes half his HP bar, but he's got an MG3, and Max is salivating at the thought of what he could do there, as Redox is flushed out in the open.
He's going through a little bit of shit damage, kind of going off kilter though. GK will find Koa, so now it is just the 4v3 now. Team Secret versus APG. Zyol on the off angle. Now this is where APG needs to keep a tight ship, because before they've made some careless mistakes in the past which have led to their downfall, but a good pick off from top makes it a 4v2, and it's almost undeniable now that APG should get the win.
I mean, look at the utility, if nothing else, right? There's absolutely nothing for Team Secret to play with. It's all in APG's pocket. Doc flexing out, playing the smoke, nades rolling over. They're going to be tickling that damage down and down and down. Team Secret need to try and hold their nerve in a 2v4 against APG when they're feeling hot. There's not many that can withstand the test, and Top steps it up, does it all himself. The P90 able to rattle them down, and APG back-to-back taking Erangel by storm.
Really, really well done. And
move past and around it. Ooh, APG. Okay, they're back to play. They lost out on the first Miramar. They want to make up for lost time. They'll find Apollo. I think wasn't it Apollo that they crashed into in the last game and he 2v1'd them? That's a little bit of a revenge from that shack. And they will be able to take him down. Flush very quickly from Zyol, and they're not even going to waste any time picking through the room.
good chance.
Certainly is a pretty well. There's a chance, right? There is a chance, but there's plenty of teams still that could get in their way. Papa Supermassive going for a wide flank out, trying to make their way forwards. They have been in open ground for a while now. This approach is just going to be so peppered with danger. APG taking shots, OG taking shots as well from their corner position, and there goes Trombi. At the moment, they do have one of the better approaches to the circle, I think.
Oh, I mean, I was saying it before. Just let you know.
It's not happening. Yeah. Surely not.
I mean, Zyl's got a strong position here. APG, the big difficulty is when it starts to move away from them. They really need to get a lot of value out of stage 8 right now before we hit stage 9. They can't really be going into it with these two teams being at full force. That's where it gets really tough for them. I don't think they have a massive amount of utility to work with here. They do have both sides of the road, which is good, which is something that can't be said for IC.
Definitely not. In a circle, do not have an outpost there. Gen.G do, but the road crossing is still going to be very, very difficult. They are going to go for it. Oh, sorry, hang on a minute. Yeah, they have just fully gone for it. They are already on the other side. Top is preoccupied with getting these elims on the north side. There's already a knock sent over towards inner circle. Desperately looking for that res as the next zone will start to close fairly soon. Stage 8 will touch, and then we'll go dead center. And because Gen.G have moved, exactly where they are is the middle of the circle blank on their roadside. They have managed to find this ridge, and APG have let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, they were a little preoccupied with IC there, to be honest with you. And it all comes down to this. This is going to be a messy endgame here now for all the teams involved. And I do think it is quite hard for APG. I think Gen.G makes a pretty astute decision for this one. And APG's made the enemy of two significant teams here. Doc makes the run out. It will be some shots going backwards, but not before Doc is taken down. He attempted to get up towards the loot crate, which was the smart choice.
Tries to use that as cover, but Top now is knocked as well as IQ starting to put the pert down on them. Zyol's the next, and Gen.G are taking their turn at the top dogs, and they're looking for more as well. Adding these points in, I think at this stage, it's very unlikely of making a century. They might still find the chicken dinner if they're lucky. We'll see what they can do on a third party, because that's the angle they were looking for. Doc able to find one. Like that goes down as well. Refus falls next, and Doc's still going with the blue zone at his back. He's still on his belt buckle, taking those shots. He wants this blood spill.